Hey, so this is the Xiaomi 17 Ultra, and it's probably the most fun smartphone to shoot photos on. Let me tell you why. Now, I don't know if I'm being super biased here because I'm a fan of Leica cameras, but the new Xiaomi 17 Ultra's camera system might just very well be the most fun, most point-and-shoot-like camera phone that I've used. Now, this isn't the special edition Xiaomi 17 Ultra by Leica. This is just a regular Xiaomi 17 Ultra without the rotating lens bezel. But this phone can take some incredible photos that I can take with me everywhere I go. So a few weeks back, I was actually in the market for a new point-and-shoot camera like the Ricoh GR3 or GR4, but decided to hold off on buying that camera. Now, I actually had the Leica Q3 a few months ago and sold that after a couple of months of using it because I really wanted an M camera. So I went for the Leica M11P, which is still my favorite camera for taking stills. It's all manual, it's a rangefinder, it's built like a tank, and it really just slows you down when it comes to taking photos. But there are times where I just want an autofocus point-and-shoot like camera that I can pull out of my pocket and don't have to worry about messing with a ton of settings. And so I thought Vivo's X300 Pro was that camera for me because, I mean, it can pretty much do anything and everything that I needed it. And it's also a phone, so I can edit on Lightroom and post it on Instagram right away. But there was just something I didn't really love about the colors from this phone. It's good, but it just wasn't my style or had that colors that I wanted. But this, the new Xiaomi 17 Ultra, is super exciting because of the tweaks in the cameras and how the images are being processed compared to last year's 15 Ultra, which is so much better. Plus, with this being the global version, I can actually use this phone as my daily driver. So if we're talking cameras, there's 4, technically 3 because the other camera is an optical zoom, but basically there's an ultra wide lens at 0.6x, which I believe is the same sensor as last year's 15 Ultra. There's the main camera, which is a 1-inch sensor from OmniVision. It's a completely new sensor with low-fick technology, which basically just means better dynamic range. But the kicker here is that optical zoom lens from 75mm to 100mm. Okay, so the Xiaomi 17 Ultra, like I said earlier, is probably one of my favorite camera phones after the Vivo X300 Pro. I think it's the combination of the hardware and the Leica looks or processing that makes the Xiaomi 17 Ultra so unique in my eyes. Now, what I love about the Xiaomi 17 Ultra is using fast shot. I personally put a shortcut to it next to the normal photo mode because I prefer this mode more. The reason being is, one, you have access to 3 different portrait modes. There's contrast, texture, and black and white. The last one is pretty self-explanatory, but contrast is basically, as the name states, adds a little bit of contrast to the overall image, and texture is like a little bit more exaggerated than contrast, and the colors are also tweaked just slightly to make it more film-like. Now, the second reason why I'm shooting with fast shot is the interface. It's cleaner, it's more rangefinder-like with the crop lines for each lenses, but also it's just a little bit more simple with the proper zoom controls up to 135mm, which is about a 5.8x zoom. And I think at that focal length, that's the cleanest digital zoom shot that you can get before having to rely on AI to clean up your photos. So yeah, the photos out of this phone are amazing. I'd say 90% of these photos that you're seeing now are shot with fast shot enabled, with the portrait style set to textured, and the filters are either set to, positive, negative, or like a vibrant, all at 50% strength. Now, I love that you can adjust the filter strength this time around, and it really helps fine-tune the photos that you can capture with this camera. Now, in my opinion, the colors with positive and negative filters look very filmic or stylized, which I'm sure a lot of people are gonna enjoy. But if you want something, more natural but still stylized in a way, taking photos with like a vibrant filter looks awesome. Now, while the photos from the main 1-inch sensor looks awesome, the new telephoto lens, in my opinion, is just okay. I wish we still had that tele macro lens from older Xiaomi Ultra phones, because the minimum focusing distance on this new optical zoom lens is just okay. It'll still focus a lot closer compared to an iPhone 17 Pro or S26 Ultra, but I definitely miss being able to get up close and personal and get proper macro shots. But to Xiaomi's credit though, I love the compression that you can get out of this telephoto lens. Even though it's just one lens, the fact that the actual glass moves back and forth to go from 75mm to 100mm is really nice. So even if you digital zoom this camera up to 200mm, it'll still look good if there's enough light. And speaking of having enough light, the thing I noticed about Xiaomi's Ultra cameras recently, and this even applies to the Xiaomi 15 Ultra, is that even in fast shot mode, in lower lighting conditions, Xiaomi loves to slow the shutter speed and keep the ISO as low as possible to avoid any noise or grain instead of raising the ISO and applying some, denoising. Now, unfortunately, there's really no way to force to shoot at a higher ISO and faster shutter speed in fast shot mode or in regular photo mode, other than enabling motion capture. And even when that's on, that won't guarantee that this phone will shoot anything over 1/100th of a second to avoid any motion blur. So yeah, for now, that's really my only gripe with Xiaomi's cameras on the 17 Ultra. Now, Xiaomi also came out with a new photography kit for the 17 Ultra that looks amazing. They actually announced 2 this time around, but I really wouldn't recommend the basic camera kit because it honestly isn't that great. It's fine if you want something more minimal with a shutter button, but if you're buying an Ultra phone, you'd want to go with this. This is the Camera Kit Pro. There's a detachable USB-C grip that features a 2000 milliamp hour battery that can fast charge your phone while connected, and you can also put any 67mm filters on here. The only thing I wish this Pro camera grip had was some sort of mounting thread at the bottom to attach to a tripod or a quick release plate. But overall though, this is probably one of the nicest camera kits for any Ultra phones right now. All right, so that's the camera experience on the Xiaomi 17 Ultra. But to give you guys my brief take on the Xiaomi 17 Ultra as a phone, to put it short and sweet, this phone has incredible sustained performance for gaming or daily tasks, thanks to the new 8 Elite Gen 5 chip on here and the new cooling system. I think it's easily the best performing 8 Elite Gen 5 at the moment, but obviously there's going to be a ton of other phones that are going to be as good as this phone performance-wise. It's just this phone packs a pretty incredible camera system, while others might have just put more effort on performance and not so much on the cameras. Samsung. Alright, so besides the 8 Elite Gen 5 chip on here, the global version comes with a 6000 milliamp hour battery, which can fast charge up to 90 watts wired, and it's stupid fast. And yes, the China model has a bigger 6800 milliamp hour battery, and the global version, for whatever reason, has 6000. Not sure why, but that's just how it is, unfortunately. Now, the 17 Ultra also packs a massive 6.9-inch WQHD Plus display. It's also AMOLED, so colors look rich while staying color accurate. It also features an ultrasonic fingerprint sensor, which is pretty fast and responsive. And I love how fast it registers your fingerprint and how you don't have to keep raising your thumb and reposition them to register it. Now, Xiaomi's HyperOS 3, just like HyperOS 2, is very fluid, but I'll admit it, it's not my favorite OS or flavor of Android. The big thing I don't love about HyperOS is that I can't really customize my icons with an icon pack from the Play Store. Instead, I'd have to use Xiaomi's theme app store and look for a theme with an icon pack that's different from the stock icons that came with this phone. Like the theme I'm using now has a custom icon pack which seems to theme almost all my apps that are installed. But yeah, it's just so limiting in terms of customizations. Besides that though, battery life is pretty much in line with my Vivo X300 Pro, which got me about 7 to 7.5 hours of screen on time on average. Maybe I can go longer if I wasn't constantly taking photos with this phone, but yeah, I mean, it's not bad. The fact that I can fast charge this phone up to 90 watts, which can get me enough juice for a few more hours and 15 minutes, is just insane. Plus, if you're using the Pro Photography Kit, the grip will automatically charge your phone once your phone hits 20%, and you'll be good for a while. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the Xiaomi 17 Ultra. Personally, I do like how the photos look out of this phone. I think it's the closest that you'll get to that iconic Leica colors. It's just annoying that the shutter speed is on the slower side of things in less ideal lighting. I'm hoping a software update can fix that in a couple of weeks, but I'm genuinely not too bothered by it, especially if I can shoot in well-lit environments. Now that the Xiaomi 17 Ultra is finally going global, it's definitely a good contender to be a top pick for the best smartphone this year. The only thing it really can't compete with compared to other phones that are going to come out in the next few weeks and few months that'll have similar specs is the battery life and its video capabilities. It is a little odd that the global version of this phone got 800 milliamp hours less than the one that launched in China. It's not as bad as Samsung or Apple with around 5,000 milliamp hours, but compared to the other Chinese OEMs like Oppo and Vivo, it's definitely on the lower end. Now, if you don't really care much about how big of a battery a phone has, but you want a pretty cool camera experience for photos and you want to experience that Leica color tuning, this phone honestly is an awesome upgrade over the 14 Ultra and 15 Ultra. And it'll also be a pretty nice replacement for any point and shoot camera at this point. Anyways, that's been it for this video. If you guys did make it to the end, please consider subscribing. It's free and it helps me make more videos like this. Thank you all so much for watching, and yeah, I'll see you all in the next one.